Hey there. Let's talk about something we all wonder about at some point. Finding the perfect partner. It's one of life's biggest questions, right? We all want love, someone to share life's highs and lows with, someone who understands us. But in today's world, where dating apps, social media, and conflicting advice make things even more confusing, how do you actually find the right person? The good news is, you're not alone in this search. And even better, the Bible is full of timeless wisdom on relationships. It's not just a book of rules, it's a guide that shows us how to build meaningful, God-centered connections. Today, I want to walk you through 10 key lessons from the Bible that can help you find the right partner. And listen, this isn't just theory. These are real, practical lessons that can make a difference in your life. So, let's dive in. 1. Seek God first. Matthew 6:33. Before we even start talking about relationships, let me ask you this. Who's first in your life? Many people rush into relationships thinking that love will complete them, but the truth is, no person can fill the emptiness in your heart. Only God can do that. Jesus said, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Matthew 6:33. Think about that. When you focus on God first, he aligns everything else in your life, including your relationships. 2. A partner should share your faith. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Now, let's be real. Attraction, chemistry, and common interests matter. But one thing that's even more important: spiritual compatibility. The Bible warns against being unequally yoked. Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? 2 Corinthians 6:14. Think of it like this: if two people are pulling in opposite directions, how can they build a strong future together? If faith is important to you, make sure your partner shares that foundation. Otherwise, you'll constantly struggle with different priorities and values. 3. Love is more than emotion. 1 Corinthians 13:4-7. Hollywood makes love look like fireworks, dramatic confessions, and happy endings. But the Bible shows us that real love is deeper than just emotions. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. 1 Corinthians 13:4-7. Love is a daily choice. It's about patience when your partner is having a bad day. It's about kindness even when you disagree. It's about choosing to stay when things get tough. If someone truly loves you, they will love you in action, not just words. 4. Patience in waiting. Isaiah 40:31. I get it. Waiting for the right person isn't easy. You see your friends getting into relationships, getting married, and you wonder, when will it be my turn? But God's timing is always perfect. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. Isaiah 40:31. Rushing into a relationship out of loneliness or fear often leads to heartbreak. Trust that God is preparing the right person for you. And in the meantime, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. 5. Character over looks. Proverbs 31:30. What truly lasts is a person's heart. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Proverbs 31:30. The same applies to men. If you base your relationship on appearances alone, you'll soon find that beauty doesn't build trust, kindness, or love. Instead, look for qualities that will stand the test of time: honesty, kindness, integrity, and faith. The power of prayer. Philippians 4:6-7. How often do you pray about your future partner? One of the most overlooked steps in finding the right person is prayer. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. Philippians 4:6-7. Before making any big relationship decisions, ask God for guidance. He sees what you can't. He knows what's best for you. 7. Mutual respect and honor. Ephesians 5:25, Proverbs 31:11-12. Love isn't about control or dominance. It's about respect. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church. Ephesians 5:25. Likewise, Proverbs 31 describes a wife whose husband has full confidence in her. A healthy relationship isn't about who's in charge. It's about two people lifting each other up, respecting each other's strengths, and working as a team. 8. Learn from biblical couples. The Bible is filled with love stories that teach us important lessons. Ruth and Boaz. Their love story is one of patience, respect, and divine timing. Ruth remained faithful, and Boaz showed great kindness and responsibility. Their relationship teaches us that true love is built on loyalty and a willingness to follow God's guidance. Adam and Eve. The first couple in history, Adam and Eve made mistakes but stayed together. Their story reminds us that love requires forgiveness and perseverance even when things go wrong. Mary and Joseph. Joseph stood by Mary despite uncertainty and societal judgment. Their story teaches us about trust, faith, and believing in God's plan even when circumstances are challenging. Abraham and Sarah. They waited many years for God's promise of a child. Their story highlights patience and unwavering faith in God's timing even when doubts arise. Isaac and Rebekah. Their marriage was arranged through divine intervention, showing that seeking God's guidance in choosing a partner leads to blessings. Hosea and Gomer. Hosea's unconditional love for Gomer, despite her flaws, is a powerful lesson on grace, forgiveness, and how God's love for us surpasses our mistakes. Each of these couples had different struggles, but they trusted God. Their stories remind us that love isn't always perfect, but with faith, commitment, and God's guidance, relationships can thrive. 9. Don't settle out of fear. Jeremiah 29:11. Many people settle for less than they deserve because they're afraid of being alone. But settling out of fear can lead to frustration, disappointment, and an unfulfilled life. Instead of making decisions out of desperation, trust in God's plan. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. If you put your faith in God, He will bring the right person into your life at the right time. A fulfilling relationship should be built on faith and trust in God's divine purpose, not fear of being single. Your future is in His hands, and He is someone meant just for you. 10. A relationship should bring you closer to God. Ecclesiastes 4:12. The best relationships aren't just about companionship. They're about spiritual growth. A God-centered relationship strengthens both partners in faith, helping them navigate life's challenges together. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Ecclesiastes 4:12. When God is at the center of your relationship, He binds you together with a strength that cannot be easily broken. Your relationship should encourage prayer, faith, and a deeper connection with God. If your relationship is pulling you away from God rather than bringing you closer to Him, it may be time to reconsider. A truly blessed relationship is one where both partners push each other toward Christ, lifting each other up spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. When you find someone who helps you grow in faith, you'll know you found the right one. At the end of the day, finding the perfect partner isn't about perfection, it's about divine purpose. These 10 lessons remind us that love is more than just emotions. It's about faith, patience, and choosing the right person in God's timing. So if you're still searching, don't lose hope. Trust that God is preparing someone just for you. Love isn't just about happiness, it's about holiness, and when you find someone who brings you closer to God, you'll know you found the right one. Amen.